Good afternoon, Onion Lake and viewers. Welcome to 7th Gen Podcast. We are joined here with an author, a former musician, a son of God. He is a husband. He is a grandfather, a son. This is Frederick Turner. We got in the building here, and I also got joined me, Rocco, and I got Ricky Marty here joining us with the great Frederick Turner. How is it going, Fred?
Oh, it's good. It's been going good.
Yeah, I'm very glad that
I
you're here.
love
I
my
was
life. I love my life.
yeah. Oh, Ray, could you push or could you move the mic just a little bit closer?
Okay, there it
Yeah,
is.
there it is. Nice and clear. I gotta get your nice voice in there, man.
Yeah.
I want to hear your stories because you written a book here, the my family, my relations, and my friends.
Mhm.
And yeah, so we were going to be talking about that today with Fred, and he's going to be reading a couple of chapters, couple pages from his book. So I'm excited to hear that because I was reading the back of the summary, and it was very like they're just a little bit of sneak peeks of the uh chapters, and I really love that walkout one there. I want to hear that one.
Yeah, the walkout one.
Yeah, accidentally
Yeah,
causing that walkout.
yeah.
But yeah, so let's get into some questions here, Ricky.
Yeah, so we're gonna go with the most important one. The first question is, what made you decide to write this book?
Well, I'll tell you, it was kind of like a selfish reason
Mm,
because I wanted to leave behind after I leave this world. I wanted to leave some stories with my children and my grandchildren. So that's the main reason why I wrote this book, and I think it's important that if people are thinking about that out there, that put something in writing or recording some stories that you can leave for your children, so they'll know where they came from. They'll know their past, they'll know their history, and I'm glad I wrote this book because I I wound up unearthing a lot of history on our concerning us Turners, me and my son here are Turners, and how we got the name Turner. And when we pass on, my children and my grandchildren will know where they came from, at least a little bit. Something that they can hold on to, something that they can be proud of. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that because, like, I know that writing and finding more about yourself. So I'm sure that you've also found out some stuff that you didn't even know
right,
while writing this.
exactly. Yeah, for example, how we got the name Turner.
Yeah,
Like that's something that I didn't know before, but now I know, and my children will know, and my grandchildren will know.
yeah. Is that in the book that you've
Yeah,
even
it's
written
in the
that?
book. It's in the first chapter.
Okay.
Yeah, it says Quiscaskamik. Who
We-
is that? Who is Quiscaskamik?
That's my grandson.
Oh, your grandson. Oh, okay.
But the original Quiscascamic was one of the treaty signers
Mm,
in 1876 at Fort Carlton, Saskatchewan.
okay.
And they couldn't pronounce his name. They tried everything. They even tried to find out what the name meant.
Mm,
And they just couldn't put it together. So this guy was getting tired of, and there's a long line of treaty signers that were there on this hot day, and they were in a hurry, and finally they said, "Well, your name is now Turner."
mhm,
That's
mhm.
how we got the name Turner.
They just gave it to you.
Yeah,
Oh, really? I
So,
thought it was gonna be like more backstory to that,
yeah,
but I realized that that's exactly what they do. They just throw a name at you, and
yeah.
that's it.
Well, actually, they're trying to go as close as possible to the true meaning, which was the other side of the earth,
Okay.
or the other side of a vast meadow.
Hmm.
And then that was the name they came up with. That was nice and short. and straight to the point, I guess. Well, it wasn't straight to the point. It hardly means Quiscascamig, but that's the closest they could go.
Yeah.
Get
So where does that name actually like? Is that from? You're from what is that?
Sturgeon Lake.
Sturgeon Lake. I was gonna say red pheasant, but Sturgeon Lake. So
Yeah.
you've lived there all your life there.
Yeah,
No?
well, on and off, but that's where I'm from.
Mm.
Yeah, my family's from there.
Oh, did you drive from there today too?
No.
Oh,
I live
okay.
here now.
Been shacked up here a long time.
Checked up here.
But actually, I married my wife Rima
Mhm.
over 50 years ago, right here in Onion Lake,
Yeah.
north of Onion Lake here. Which way is north?
That way,
This way.
Rocco's area.
Yeah, and let's see. I married her over 50 years ago. Yeah,
Hmm.
on May 3rd. It would have been 50 years.
Yeah,
Long time.
that is a very long time. Man, I gotta. You should have a lot of advice, because like I don't know. I need to learn how to keep a relationship that long. I'm sure everyone out there needs to know as
It
well.
was always good. It's been rocky, here and there. It's been even a few separations.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But,
That'll have ups and downs and all of
you
that.
know what? God does have a way of showing His love and His mercy towards married couples that really love each other.
Hmm.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, I just enjoy my life. I enjoy my family. My Especially the new addition. His name is Quis Haskamik, but his full name is Thane William Ernest Turner.
No, Thomas.
Thomas. Oh,
Mm.
Thane William Thomas Turner.
That's
Ah,
Rocco's baby, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah. And how old is he? How old is he, Rocco?
About 8 months.
Oh,
8
Just a
months.
tiny baby.
yeah.
9 months on allowance day.
On allowance day.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Yes.
Yeah.
Today's that day, I guess.
Yeah. But I realized that you were talking about God there. So you are. Was reading in the back there that you were also a musician. I think the leader musician at the Log Church.
Yeah, right here in Onion Lake.
Yeah. So how did that come to be?
Well, I started attending there, and then they knew I was a musician, so I started singing and leading the people
Mm.
in worship. And then at one point there, Rocky came and helped us with his guitar. Oh, it was such good music during those years, and we just enjoyed it. But then in what was it, 2019, I found out that I had my kidneys quit working.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm going for dialysis now 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah, so that kind of canceled the Log Church,
Yeah.
that sickness.
Oh, dang. Well, yeah, I was I don't know. I wish I would have heard that because I was talking to you like when we were meeting I think last week there, you said that you guys had to stop. You guys had to stop because it almost turned into rock and roll,
Yeah,
feeling that spirit,
yeah, it was good music. I
Yeah.
tell you, for sure. Yeah. But anyway, that's kind of like a little preview of my story.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I got another one for you, Fred.
okay.
So I got you mentioned the story of the little fish. What does that have to do with the book?
Yeah, little fish. I put that there because it's about procreation.
Mm.
You and me and everybody in here, we have the God-given ability to procreate, to leave our seed, to leave our legacy
Mm.
behind. And the story of little fish is it confirms that. So if you hear the story, you'll catch on right away what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I see that you're ready to read your chapter there. So what is this one here
This
that
is
we're
just
getting?
the preface, but I want to, after the preface, I'm
Yeah.
going to go into Quizkaskamik. That's the first chapter.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready, let's get
All
into.
right.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Have you ever heard the story of the determined First Nations minnow named Little Fish? He, along with billions of other First Nation minnows, swam in a race in search of the elusive, mysterious, and beautiful unpollinated egg. They all wanted to be the first to have the honor to procreate. The winning minnow would find the ova, breach the wall of the exterior, plant an eagle staff on the inside of the egg, inside as a sign of conquest, and fertilize the egg. Little Fish was strong willed and determined. He was proud to be one of the chosen ones for this noble task. As the time for the race to commence drew near, the countless First Nations minnows became restless in their starting line. They were excited, jumpy, jittery. A few of them even took off prematurely and were immediately disqualified. There were no second chances. The minnows knew the moment of climax was close at hand, and they took their marks. Bam! Billions of First Nations minnows shot out through the projectile into the swirling, compressive canal. The race was on. The majority of the minnows swam in the wrong direction almost immediately. However, there were more than enough who took off in the right direction. Little Fish was among them. Those who went in the right direction swam as fast as they could. As the race progressed, some minnows ran out of room and were pressed against the wall of the bigger minnows by their minnows. They could go no further. Soon it was only Little Fish and a few others straining for the finish line. They swam as fast as they could, pulling on each other for more leverage. Then a beautiful, glittering egg, gently pulsating like a drum and craving pollination, appeared in the distance. Encouraged by what they saw, the little First Nations minnows swam even faster. In the final stretch, the vivacious egg looked like it was getting closer, but it was still quite a ways away. It was as if the egg was growing right in front of their eyes as they swam. The egg grew larger and larger until it was literally 85,000 times bigger than they were. Many of the remaining minnows stopped dead in their tracks out of fear and intimidation of the sheer size of the egg. This is where the warriors, who are the bravest, must continue on, yelled Little Fish. Those of you who are intimidated by the size of the egg should stop right now. Indeed, it was decision making time. Only the strongest, bravest braves and warriors with incredible stamina continued on courageously. The minnows who were left behind wept bitter tears as they watched their stronger brethren swim on and disappear in the distance. The remaining minnows who still had the endurance wearily approached the outer wall of the glittering egg. Many of them impulsively planted their eagle staff prematurely. Others started singing the victory song, while still others started dancing powwow to the beat of the pulsating drum. But little fish knew what to do. Even though he wanted to sing the victory song and dance to the pulsating drum, he knew the race was not over yet. He pounded on the exterior of the beautiful spherical egg with all of his might. Little fish knew he had to work fast because the other minnows had seen what he was doing and immediately started imitating him. The singing and dancing stopped, and suddenly there were many little First Nations minnows trying their darndest to penetrate the wall. Thanks to his sheer determination and willpower, little fish penetrated the wall first and quickly wiggled and slithered into the egg. He planted his eagle staff on the inside and inseminated the egg. For being the first to penetrate the wall, all the other First Nation minnows were forever shut out. Little Fish squared his shoulders like a true warrior. He put his chest out and looked up, and with all of his might, he gave the biggest victory yelp. The victory war cry reverberated through the walls of the interior and out to where all the rest of the First Nations minnows had been shut out. He danced around the eagle's staff to the beat of the pulsating drum. All the rest of the little First Nation minnows could only hear the celebration that was going on inside and were sad that they were not allowed to enter. However, according to First Nation tradition, they all decided to join Little Fish in a true spirit of camaraderie and solidarity. They sang the victory song on his behalf. For his reward, Little Fish was given an honor which was above all honors. He was celebrated for bringing union between man and woman, between the Creator and his creation, and for bringing human life into this world as he began to multiply. So I wrote that in 2020. What a story.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that was really nice. That was powerful. I like that. That was original?
Yeah, it's original, but I'm not done yet.
Okay.
A little bit here, a little bit more. What a story.
Oh.
Many adventures and stories were born because of Little Fish's sheer determination. Our power to procreate is the most precious gift we as human beings possess. And this story has been repeated through the whole world, through countless lives, and in every race and creed. We all face disappointments and tragedies, and we all deal with them differently. But we all have the same blessing, the blessing to bring our own offspring into this world to carry on our legacy. This leads to the story I'm about to share. All my family are here. All my relations are here. And because of procreation, each one unique, each one with their own name, all my friends are here. Each one has their own identity, their own distinct personality, and their own story. Thanks to Little Fish and the miracle of birth, we can all be part of this wonderful journey we call life. We take turns being born, and we take turns dying. I look back through the years and wonder, where have all my loved ones gone? Where's my kukum, my mushroom, my aunts and uncles? Where are my parents? Then I look around and see my beautiful children and my grandchildren, whose smiles and laughter replace the memory of the dead. I was born at the Holy Family Hospital in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan on March 11, 1958. The weather during the months of March was always unpredictable. The snow could be falling gently, or there could be a blizzard raging all across Saskatchewan. This particular day, it had been raining, and the snow was somewhat beginning to melt. My mom, Irene Turner, was a 20-year-old single mother who had her own dreams, and her own future looked rather bleak at the time. It had only been a few years since she returned from 5 years of captivity at the residential school when she became pregnant at the age of 16 with her firstborn son. Leonard was born on March 16, 1955. Emotionally scarred and uncertain, my mom wandered through the first few years of her life, not knowing where she belonged. In spite of all the obstacles she faced, she managed to care for the two boys she had brought into this world. She never told me about the abuse she went through at the residential school. Like in many Indian families, sometimes it was best not to ask too many questions. One thing I am certain of is I'm glad to be here. I am grateful for the life our Creator has given me, and I am thankful that my mother showed me nothing but love through these many years. I tend to get philosophical and sentimental at times, and I base my belief in the God my mother taught me to believe in when I was growing up. I remember being in bed in a one-room shanty years ago. Mom would share the story of a man dying on a cross. I can still see the dim lighting from that which came from the coal oil lamp at the table as she told me the Easter story. After she finished the story, she would say the same prayer. Jesus, tender shepherd, hear me. Bless thy little lamb tonight. Though the darkness be thou near, through the darkness be thou near me. Watch me sleep till morning light. Amen. That was the same prayer she always said every evening. This is one of the memories I have of my mom. In spite of all the negativity that surrounded her, she was determined to make a home for me and my brother. I have nothing but fond memories of her resilience, and I am eternally grateful she was my mum here on earth for over 52 years. To realize that I am somebody has given me the reason to carry on with this precious life. I have no worries that most of my relatives and my two siblings and both of my parents are gone. Like I said, they have been replaced by my children and my grandchildren. And I have no doubt that one day I will I will see all my loved ones again and introduce my children and my grandchildren to them. Furthermore, I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving me a chance to be a part of this wonderful thing we call life. So that's just the preface.
Wow.
Yeah. So any questions there?
No, that was amazing. I'm sorry I cut you off at the, when you said it's
Yeah.
a wonderful story. It's like it is a wonderful story. So no question. That's amazing. I love that. And that's just the preface you said.
Yeah. I was thinking of doing the first chapter, but maybe we should stop right there. You think, or
Well, I kind of had a question about because I'm not a reader at all. It's gonna take me a lot of convincing, where you got to pay me a lot of money to read a book
to watch the movie?
or to watch a movie. Because
On a movie?
it's just, or even after like audiobooks, those work for me.
Yeah.
But as I get older, I'm realizing that books are nice, and they can, when you read them and they put you where that author was in their life, and you get to experience that and
Mhm.
relate to it. And when you're talking about our ancestors or loved ones that passed on, and you miss them, right?
Yeah.
And then they're right there in front of you because they lived through us, through our children, and
Mhm.
that's just how we're gonna carry on in our lives. Just think of our ancestors, and yeah, it's beautiful. I love your book so far.
Yeah, it was really amazing. I like that you were also including that your mom Irene, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was some of the things that she actually taught you? And I know that you probably must have put them in the book here, but what was something that you've actually taken away from her and that you still live with today?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things, but to be specific, more specific, one of the things he taught me was to believe in God.
Mm,
You know, that God will always look after us. And she taught me how to pray when I was just a kid, just a little boy. She taught me how to pray. And those are and she taught me how to be resilient,
mm,
to be patient, and I know that even her teachings go along. Uh, my children, my boys, they all have something that they could thank her for. Yeah, both my parents, like my dad was, they got together when I was 2 years old. My mom and dad. I call him, he's my stepfather, but I call him my dad
mm,
because that's the way he treated me all my life. He was always there for me, both of them. And I think Rocky could verify that too in some way.
Yeah,
Would you, my son?
yeah, they're always there.
My son doesn't talk too much. But if you want, I can go on to the next chapter, which is going back to 1876, the original Turner, or we can just leave it there. And
yeah, no, I'm
I'm all ears.
yeah, I'm not sure about the maybe the viewers would also like to get a little sneak peek of this first chapter because you said that it takes place in 1876.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why that like you said the chapter name is
Queeskaskamick.
Guiz Gaskamik.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is this okay,
He
yeah.
knows how to say it.
Gotta
pronounce it
keep
better.
practicing.
I
Guiz
heard you guys on the phone when he called me. Just in the back. Guiz Gaskamik. Guasquamick. Okay.
So I named my grandson Queeskaskamick,
Hmm.
Rocky's boy.
Yeah.
I named him that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, I would totally love to.
All right, let's go to the
Yeah,
first chapter then.
let's hear it.
The name
Let's
of the
go there.
chapter is Queeskaskamick. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. That's from Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Before we go any further, I want to introduce the original Sturgeon Lake Turner. His name was Queeskaskamick. It is not known about his wife, but he was there at the signing of Treaty 6 at Fort Carlton, Saskatchewan on August 23rd, 1876. He was known for his storytelling and his sense of humor. This old man could couldn't speak a lick of English or say a swear word in any foreign tongue, but he had his place within the tribe to get the people motivated and organized. During hunting trips, he often slept at the place of honor, which was opposite of the doorway inside the teepee. He was always telling stories to his children and grandchildren. To add drama, he used erotic hand gestures. Sometimes sparks from the fire shot out in mini explosions as they zigzagged up through the opening of the teepee, or you could hear the frogs from a nearby creek. And coyotes yelping in the distance. This, of course, was exactly what he needed for sound effects as he told his stories. The most popular mythical character he talked about was Wisagitsak. You guys ever heard of Wisagitsak?
Yes. Yep.
Now, Wisagitsak could be the most stupid character in the story, or he could be the smartest. He could be the most vulnerable, or he could be a double crosser. He could be the most helpless, or he could have all the answers. He always possessed magical powers, and every story had a specific lesson. Wisagitsak was the best eccentric oddity to use as an example if you wanted to teach your children lessons in life. And Quizkaskamik took advantage of these stories. Quizkaskamik was a good family man, and he did not interfere with the business between the chief and council and the white man. As far as he was concerned, the responsibility of talking to the white man fell on those who were most able to communicate effectively. He made it known that his area of expertise was elsewhere, and he was right. He had no desire to make any deals with people he didn't know and understand, so he avoided being part of the regimen and left the polit, politicking to the chiefs. The chiefs kept him in the loop. So even though he stepped away from governments, people often came to him for advice or to understand what was going on with the white man. He explained to them in Cree that the federal government was trying what the federal government was trying to do. He helped many people understand and feel somewhat better because at least they had an idea what was going on. The word got around that the federal government and their representatives were coming to Fort Carlton to make a deal with the Plains Cree. William Twat, who was the leader of the band, told Quiscascamig about this. So he started to mobilize all the families. He even helped organize a caravan, which was to leave for Fort Carlton. Promises given by the government of Canada to the Plains Cree were the topic of the day, but there were those who had their doubts. Quiscascamic told all the people not to get so too excited. He even told the chiefs to be extra careful because he had heard about other treaties which had been broken. How the news was received from chief to chief varies, even though the interpreter, Peter Erasmus, was probably the best interpreter one could find at the time. He didn't include some of the written documentation, such as land cession, in his brief. Why he did not explain that information is not known. That day at Fort Carlton, the most compelling treaty was signed with an X by chiefs from Sandy Lake, Whitefish Lake, Mistawasis, James Smith, Hesperides, Okamasis, Sturgeon Lake, along with a few Soto bands. That day, all these bands became members of Treaty 6 and the Treaty 6 territory. Now, Quiscascamic is a difficult name to pronounce. So, the best way to remedy the problem is to find out what the name means. Alexander Morse, who was the lieutenant governor of Manitoba in the Northwest Territories, was a little anxious to get the treaty signed. It was a hot day, and he wanted the documentation to go a little faster. So he rushed a single file line of Indians past him. When Quiscascamic stood before Morris, he asked him what his name was. Quiscascamic, he said. Morris made a face. He tried to pronounce the name several times, but he couldn't get it right. He did not have time for proper Cree name pronunciations, so he asked him what the name meant. The other side of the earth, or across a vast meadow, said Erasmus. This did not help much. Morris looked at the long line of Indians who still needed to be documented. Then he looked at the old man. Your name is now Turner, he said dismissively. So with a wave of a hand and a stroke of a pen, Quiscascamic became the original Sturgeon Lake Turner. Whenever I hear about how my family got the name Turner, it really makes me chuckle. I could have been named Frederick John Quiscascamic, but because of a lazy crown representative who didn't have time to be concerned about no Indian, my whole family got stuck with the name Turner. Don't get me wrong, Turner is a good name. There are millions of Turners all over the world. But somehow I feel that Morris stole that name and slapped it on Quiscascamic just because he was too lazy or in too much of a hurry. Whatever the reason, the name Turner became our name. But that can be deemed a blessing, I guess. We can say we are related to the seventh Prime Minister of Canada, John Napier Wyndham Turner. That's our relation, which makes us all Turners a little more distinguished, I suppose. The Turner family, who were one of the original 5 families in Sturgeon Lake, have flourished to this day. By the time I came along, there were 2 groups of Turners in Sturgeon Lake. Baptiste and Harriet Turner and their family lived on the north side of the river. They had many children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren. The Turners I belonged to, Elias and Nancy Turner, lived on the southeast side of the river. Elias and Nancy also had many children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren. The 2 families have always been close. All us Turners, which are many, owe our existence and are named to Quiscascamic, the original Sturgeon Lake Turner. So that's the first chapter.
Yeah.
Quiscascamic. So
That-
now you know what Quiscascamic means.
Yeah. That's amazing. I love that first chapter. Actually, I want to hear the second chapter now because that was really good. And just like Ron Harper said, nice presentation on real history. And like I don't know, I was learning about the signings and the treaties. So your ancestor was actually there and got the first Turner name from Erasmus and Morris.
Morris and Rasmus.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah, it is quite a story. Oh, I'm just so happy I found that out.
Yeah. What do you mean you found you as you were writing, like figuring out, you just like writing the book, you just found that out?
Yeah, well, I got most of the information from elders in Sturgeon, especially the ones that are related to the Turners. They know the history,
Hmm.
so I kind of know what went on underneath that story.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I put it in words, put it into a book. And you know what? My grandchildren, my great grandchildren, they'll see this. They'll know where they came from.
Hmm.
So I think it's important for parents, wherever you are, somehow record your history,
Hmm.
pass on the information you have, because sometimes we think our children know, but they don't. They have to be told, taught
Mm,
about the history.
hmm.
Just because they don't ask questions doesn't mean they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I feel like you said, like knowing where you're from, you know exactly what your identity is. So like Patagon, like that's where I come from, and like I kind of just know a little bit. So like I'm still trying to figure that out. And my name that I have taken on is Rowan. And it's just because I'm not sure if it's my Gookum that liked the last name Rowan because she dated a guy named Rowan. That's not even my dad's dad. So she took the name, and yeah, so I think he's a Métis dude, but no, I'm mainly either Patagon or Dylan, and I don't even know any of those names.
I bet there's a good story behind it, an amazing story behind it.
Hmm.
I guess you just have to dig it up.
Yeah. So how long did that actually take you to like comprise that chapter there?
It's It didn't take long to write the chapter, but the information I got, I
Hmm.
had to acquire it from various people. But putting it together wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad it's in the book now.
Yeah, very, because like you said, like you need to record, and like you said, that's the one of the reasons why you wrote the book is to, pass on your stories and like find that tell like you said your children, your grandchildren to know where they came from.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I know most of my grandchildren, my granddaughters have this book already. Yeah, everybody, most of my family has this book.
Yeah, we
Hmm.
can talk about that too. Like where can people find your book as well?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
uh, the only place, the place we know is Amazon.
Hmm.
No, those guys.
Yeah, Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. You can search it up on Amazon. You should be able to find it.
Even use my name, Frederick John Turner. It'll come up.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta get me a copy. I'm still trying to think like what was Morris thinking, eh? Like I don't know if he was in between names or if he was just
Well, for one thing, he
stuck
couldn't
on
pronounce
Turner.
it. He couldn't pronounce the name, and for
Yeah.
another thing, it was a long line of treaty signers.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was kind of in a hurry.
Oh yeah, that's why I probably
Yeah.
just first name he thought of like Turner.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be buying a book too. So buy a book out there, Amazon. Frederick John Turner. Check it out, and it is called "My Family, My Relations, and My Friends."
And it's very, very comfortable here, sitting here.
Yeah, these
You
seats
guys, you
just
guys, you guys make people feel comfortable. I'm glad for that, and I still can't get over how you guys are coming up with your podcasts and letting the community know what's going on. Oh, that's awesome.
No, yes. Yeah, we're expanding and the team's growing and we're only getting bigger. You know, Onion Lake's a big community. It's almost like 10,000 strong, I believe.
yeah.
Oh
And
my
yeah,
gosh,
so
that's
we're
lots.
expanding and everyone has a voice and everyone's going to be heard throughout
Yeah.
the community and neighboring communities too, but we're starting here in Onion Lake and
Mhm.
it's a good wave.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing stories from some of the elders.
Yeah, that would be a really good idea, especially like after hearing like your story. I'm sure that a bunch of other elders have a lot of stories to
Oh,
tell. Because like I know Ivy's always talking about the old Battleford Road, I
uh-huh.
think it is near the forts. near the flats. I mean, but I'm not really sure. I would love to learn about like even the history around our area.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Okay, I guess that is in the works there.
Yeah,
Listening to some of the elders here.
yeah. No, this is we're opening the door, so
Yeah.
first leading the way.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get more elders in here and them
Yeah.
sharing their stories with us because I think it's very
Oh,
important
yeah,
and
for
vital.
sure.
Very
Put 'em in
important.
books
Yeah.
if we can, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. So if there's any elders out there, if you know any elders that would love to be on here or you'd love to see on here and has a story that you feel is worth sharing, let us know. We'll bring them on and we'll treat them very great. So yeah, thank you so much, Frederick. That was amazing. So like I know that we're gonna be having another episode with you. I'm gonna be reading a lot more chapters.
Oh, there's another chapter here, especially the last chapter. I didn't write it,
Yeah.
but in 1974, I believe, my late mother-in-law was telling a story how they used to go to Edmonton from the North Saskatchewan River,
Mm-hmm.
and they used to go get some flour, sugar, stuff like that. And then when they got back days later, they would have a feast, some kind of a meal at the banks. And she told that story, and they transcribed it to English. So that's what I put in the last chapter here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that's another beautiful story there.
Yeah, I guess that is one of the questions I was like I don't know, one of our producers here gave us a list and I was wanting to ask you is like which chapter from your book is like one that you feel is most valuable, most worth sharing? Is that would that be one of them?
That'll be one of them. Yeah. Yeah. That'll be one of them. And the other one is my stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
Read one chapter on him here. Oh, that's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He
can't
was-
wait to hear about
he
those
was-
ones.
He was a champion jigger at the age of 80.
Mm.
And
Oh, he's still moving at 80?
Oh.
well, he died when he was 92, 92,
Yeah.
93. Anyway, when he passed away, they brought out the fiddle at the funeral,
Mm-hmm.
and they brought out the fiddle, and they started playing. Oh, I forgot that river.
Red River Jig?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
They played that. Lawrence Joseph played that, and as soon as they started playing, the grandchildren took off jigging right by the casket,
Mm-hmm.
and Henry Felix, one of the elders in Sturgeon Lake, he grabbed me and he said, "Hey, we're not supposed to dance."
Really?
But they took off dancing, and that's such a beautiful funeral there
Yeah.
for him, and he was deserving.
Yeah, it's like celebrating the life of him.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly that. That's what was happening. The spirits just took over their bodies and
Yeah.
couldn't help it, right?
Yeah.
Just enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was such a good funeral. That funeral made you feel good, you know. Made you feel so blessed. Yeah, that's one of the chapters.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned Wisaki Chuck in your book as well. And that was like the perfect time because you can only tell stories of him in the wintertime, I believe, traditionally.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
When the snow's on the ground, we can share stories about Wisaki Chuck.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're all learning every day.
Yeah.
You know, we never stop learning, guys. Ever. Awesome.
Actually, I remember hearing that too. You
Yeah.
tell stories when it's winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just totally reminded me of that.
Well, I got all that knowledge from right here in Onion Lake at Pale Seneguan.
Yeah.
I did about 2 grades there, and they really implemented that in me, and so that kind of stuck with me throughout my life. I'm 30 years old now, and
Mm.
I'm so grateful for what Onion Lake has done for their young ones. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And
So,
then
I'm not sure if you guys have any other questions for Fred.
or anything else you like to
We
add,
also got Tyler.
Ray?
Tyler,
Oh
what's
yeah, you want the heads?
I got a question. You said that you played at the church, right? At the log church.
Yeah.
I remember. Did you wear a hat, like a cowboy hat or something, or a
Go ahead.
no? It's just that.
No.
Were you a lead singer, guitar?
I don't play lead. I used to when I it was in the primitive stage, but lately I'm just singing.
Just singing, right? No
Yeah.
playing.
No, but
Electric
he's
too?
a lead guitar picker.
Okay. Because I remember there was one individual, but I know it was probably you because I remember those glasses. And he's like, "You do you play guitar?" I don't know. Somebody might have went up to you,
Uh-huh.
and then you approached me, and you asked me to come and play with you guys, and I was just like
Oh, really?
too shy, because
Yeah.
my reason for playing the guitar was only for somebody I was going to share the rest of my life with, and family and friends, right? But
Mm.
I didn't expect it to take it like publicly. Yeah,
Mm.
but I don't know. I just don't know what to think of it to this day. Like if I should go public with my singing or else playing, because a lot of comments that I got back, like the comment that you made when you came and asked me and approached me, you probably not have remembered, but I think it was one of my aunties that came to you
Mhm.
and kind of ratted me out and told you I knew how to play.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you know how to sing and play, that should be public.
Yeah, I
Should be
think I might,
public.
I might have to come out with that now.
Yeah.
I just recently opened a new iCloud account, so I'll probably open a page with TikTok and do my work from there.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I did a TikTok before a few years back, and I was very successful, right? And I wasn't even trying, and I was just alone all the time, right?
Hmm.
But I was always speaking out about sobriety and how you can overcome obstacles when you're stuck in a rut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and people loved it when I came out here. And it's like, hey, you're I don't know, I don't want to say this, but it's like you're famous. Some person came up to me, it's like, I'm not famous. I'm not famous. I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just me. I'm just being me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I had
Is
to
that
cancel
is
that
that
account.
being famous on TikTok?
No, that's I'm just trying to get out the skills and talents out there, right?
Mm.
But a lot of people enjoy it. They
Yeah,
enjoy
for sure. Yeah.
the positive feeds and stuff like that. And somebody bettering themselves. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, man, you're an inspiration to me. I didn't even know. I mean, I'd seen that clip there of you guys singing and everything. So yeah, I really can't wait to actually hear you do that publicly. Cause and like when you say that you didn't know that, you're famous,
Yeah.
but like you have that light, and I feel like I even see that too, just chilling out with you. So yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
And everything was all self-taught, and there's certain strumming patterns and percussions that other people like to use, so
Yeah.
I used certain strumming patterns and percussions.
Oh,
I like
that's
to use
good.
slap tap and a lot of palm muting, right? But a
Mhm.
lot of people, they don't they don't know that part of the instrument, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, in due time. But
For sure. Yeah.
when these what do you call, talent shows come up, I'll probably enter that. I was supposed to enter the last one, right, with Brian,
Mhm.
but yeah, I was just a little too occupied and not enough time.
Mm.
But yeah, sooner or later, you guys will see me there. The next,
Yeah. I heard too that you guys were going to put together a recording studio. Is that true?
Like for music,
Yeah.
I'm. Oh, go ahead.
it was an idea that was brought up, and like if we did have a permanent building that we could work in, I think we would progress, right?
Mhm.
Because everything would be stationary. You wouldn't have to be moving everything
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
I see.
Like just to have instruments in one room and stuff like that. Yeah.
'Cause that's like I said before, there's a lot of talent in Onion Lake,
That way, yeah, for real.
Hmm.
and if you guys, you'd be surprised if you were to uh, put together a recording studio. You'd be surprised how many young people would come out,
Yeah. Even
step
just
out. Yeah.
yeah. that's the first step, right? Just to enter in those doors, and the first step into those doors, and watch and
Yeah.
observe, and then once you feel comfortable, they'll come up and
Yeah.
take their part. Hi, it was good meeting you. That's all the questions that I need to ask and share with you. So no, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna sing. Everybody loves that one.
I was dyslexic there for a second.
My grandchildren? Yeah. That's sure.
Messages that you have for them?
I don't think I'm going to be here in 20 years. Like I'm already living on borrowed time concerning this disease that I have. I've been, I walked away from that one time when I accidentally punctured a hole in my catheter. This one here. And boy, I didn't know it was going to be that bad. I just started having spasms,
Mhm.
and that it went to my heart. So I remember going to Lloydminster in an ambulance. This was not long ago, son. How long ago was that? In June, July,
I think so. Yeah.
somewhere around there. And after that, I don't remember anything what happened that night. But apparently, they put us on a plane, me and Rocky. I don't even remember that, but we went. They took us to Saskatoon, and during the flight, there was lightning, and Rocky was the only one that was watching the lightning
Mhm.
because he was the only one awake or conscious.
Yeah.
And me, I was out of it. But you know, I've walked away from stuff like that through the power of prayer too. I believe in the power of prayer. I believe I walked away because of prayer. Took them 3 days for me to correct the correct my body again to where it was.
Mm.
3 days.
Mhm.
But I did come out of it. I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here with
Yeah.
us today.
Yeah. So would that be something that you'd want to be sending out like as a message, is just to be able to just put your faith into higher power?
Exactly. Just there's power in prayer. That's what I want to say to my grandchildren.
Mhm.
Well, it looks like we're closing in on our hour mark. We can probably do some like closing remarks. And
Yeah.
what do you guys think? Or do you guys want to
No.
do another half hour? You can do another
It's
hour if
fine.
you guys are down.
I don't want to keep Brad. I don't know. I think oh yeah, right. So yeah, I was just looking at the title. I thought this was the actual docu-series that we're going to be doing.
That's what I thought this morning. Too.
Yeah, so no, I guess this is a little teaser because we are going to actually be sitting down with Fred here and recording all of his chapters here, and we're going to be putting that out onto the 7 Gen page, and we are so grateful for that because like the preface and the first chapter was amazing. I can't wait for all of the rest of the chapters. So that is what this is. So like I said, I thought this is the real thing. Yeah, the preface.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of that, like an intro of like an animation almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good storytelling from like your part, because like I know that's also something that is powerful with us as Nahil is like storytelling, like being able to convey a message, paint a picture, and be able to, convey that image that we want to.
Does anybody know how to do animation?
Mm.
Yeah, we have a
That'd be
couple
good,
of
yeah, like you said,
artists.
Yeah, there's different types of animation where you can do computer generated animation.
Yeah.
Stuff, just paper, drawing on paper, just like a Walt Disney. That's the old way.
Because
Yeah.
the elders are going to be telling stories, and they're going to need animation.
That's what I was just exactly thinking. Because in elementary and Chief Taylor, that's exactly what they've been showing is like Wasaki Chalk and those cartoons. I was really paying attention to the cartoons and like the puppets. So like I know like images like that would really be
Want to be like silhouettes?
yeah.
That video you're talking about.
Yeah, that silhouette when he's like
Yeah, okay, yeah,
with
that's
the
a
weird
video,
finger and he's making the earth or making the Turtle Island there. Yeah, the
So
Great
it's-
Flood. But yeah, so I guess you have anything else to say before we cut off your friend?
I'm just glad to be here. Oh, thank you for giving me this chance to share my story. Of course, we haven't started yet, but
Mhm.
I think it's going to be good, and maybe it'll encourage some other people to author a book
Mhm.
or tell a story. Even telling a story, that'll go a long way. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much, Fred. So I guess that concludes our podcast. I didn't hear what you said there. But thank you guys so much. That was Frederick there. Oh, Rocco's going to. Oh yes, here we go. That's actually what I was looking at. So this here is the book. My family, my relations, my friends, Frederick John Turner. So again, thank you so much, Fred, for coming out and sharing this. And yes, we will be coming out with a docu series of this with Fred himself. So thank you again so much for your time. And Moistas, everyone out there, have a great day and a great weekend. I know it's was that family lounge day? So yeah, have a great day, everyone. Moistas,
Hi, hi.
Miyogis Agansa. Thank you again. Bye.